Call it the Route 9, Route 91 triangle. It's where we were headed, even if I did just make that up. In Montague, on the banks of the Sawmill River, a truly one-of-a-kind little complex I had long meant to check out, starting with possibly the most cozy and relaxing spot for an early morning coffee and a quiet read.
The tagline is books you don't need in a place you can't find, but it's really a part of America. It's a long history of a succession of enterprises.
A history of different enterprises indeed, from a sawmill to a gristmill to a machine shop, and by the 1980s, its industrial days over, the dramatic transformation to what it's become today, an eclectic mix of businesses that aren't all quite under one roof, but do play well together.
A lot of people kind of camp in the bookstore and the cafe.
There is that cozy cafe, which is conveniently next door to the bookstore, which is the anchor here. There is also a record store, which can feel a bit like a vinyl treasure trove.
Herman's Hermits on Tour, second album. Only $1.
Right along the river, the Alva Stone Restaurant, where it's nice to imagine what a dinner out here would be like in warmer weather. Although inside anytime looks pretty delightful too. Ever walk past a building and wonder what's inside? Well, the door is open at this Harry Potter-esque address, 10.5 Beacon Street, Boston. Here, silence really does speak volumes.
This is a quirky, historic, exciting place. It's beautiful. There are incredible nooks and crannies.
Part library, museum, cultural center, the Boston Athenaeum was founded in 1807. This National Historic Landmark is one of the oldest independent libraries in the U.S. and a gatekeeper of knowledge and art. John Buchtel is curator of rare books and special collections.
The Athenaeum has about 600,000 volumes in its book collection, about 100,000 volumes in the rare book collection.
And its art-filled reading rooms are straight out of a picture book. The Athenaeum is well known for being a member-supported nonprofit, but these storied halls are also open to the public.
Visitors love the place. Sometimes we have free days when people can come in and just check it out. You can get a day pass for $40 and have the run of the building for the entire day.
In 2022, the Athenaeum underwent a major renovation and expansion. One area, however, has not changed for more than a century, a multi-level cylinder called the Drum.
It's a steel structure that was constructed between 1913 and 1915, and it is 10 stories of nothing but books.
Director of Education, Michelle LeBlanc.
The Drum at the time was pretty cutting edge for libraries. Boston lived through a pretty major fire in the 1870s. The Drum was constructed not only for fireproof, but they needed this separate drum in order to sort of be able to sustain the weight of the books.
In fact, the Drum houses all of the Athenaeum's circulating collection.
It's a total maze. I've gotten lost inside, but it's really a wonderful space. As you're looking down, the floors are glass. You look at those edges, you can see down all of the 10 floors to the bottom of the Drum, which is kind of amazing and kind of creepy at the same time.
Like countless others over the years, you may have seen the sign on Interstate 84 just over the Mass border in Union, Connecticut.
Nobody knows quite what to expect with our sign. They don't know whether it's a restaurant, a bookstore, or this and that. And that's the whole idea. It's just to grab your attention.
Attention grabbed. Art and Karen Murdoch have owned and run The Traveler since 1993. Bookstore or restaurant? Yes. Great comfort food in a cozy book-lined setting and a unique side dish with every meal. Your choice of 3 books.
We've been coming here for about 20 years.
How many books would you say you have from this place by now?
I've returned some that I've read and brought back, so I would say I've got a good 50 of them still at home.
Usually you sit in your seat and you stay there, but here everybody wanders around and interacts and, finds their book.
I mean, this one had my name all over it. The used books, around 9,000 in the restaurant and 60,000 more in the basement store, are all donated or gathered up on the Murdoch's periodic collection trips. No signed celebrity photos here, but lots of respectful nods to famous authors.
I see you went for some serious classics there.
Yes, I did. More for my daughter than myself. I think that she'll enjoy this a lot. It's a great one.
Can't put it down.
And back to the Boston Athenaeum, visitors and members can make an appointment to view a treasure under lock and key, the King's Chapel Library, which is the oldest surviving colonial library in Boston. Many of the books came into the library's possession in 1698. And returning to the Montague Book Mill, while the Alva Stone Cafe is no longer at that location, the space has been filled by another eatery, the Lady Killigrew Cafe. Coming up, books as far as the eye can see.